Distant Star Revenant Fleet has been released in the final version, or maybe the release version recently. And to commemorate that, to celebrate that actually, I'm gonna go and have a run. So let's get into it. Let's overwrite my save and let's watch the new introduction.
It is said we were once a single people, taking our first faltering steps into the unknown. Then we discovered the Ark. An alien artifact of unimaginable power. It sent us deeper and deeper into the stars, unlocking the path to our enlightenment, even as it tore us apart. We are the Akari, keepers of the Ark. If we are warlike, it is because so many seek to destroy us. Now, the Orthani, our oldest enemies, have laid siege to our home world of Eos and have dispatched a great weapon of war against us. The Erebus platform. A planet killer. A threat of such magnitude it must be destroyed, lest our enemies wrest the Ark from the molten remains of our shattered world.
Homeworld influences much. Okay, this is Distant Star. I've made a preview of the alpha version. In short, this is FTL meets Homeworld, I guess. It's a persistent fleet roguelite series of encounters. It's a very basic premise, very basic plot. Your Akari war fleet has been dispatched to intercept the Erebus platform, but your war leader signals an immediate drop out of interspace partway through. So let's defend yourself, as our war leader ordered us to. There have been some significant changes to the game from the alpha version. If you're interested, I recommend watching that video, although it's pretty long, and some stuff is a little bit of a spoiler too. The game seems to be quite more difficult in the respect that there's been some changes to the way I personally played the game, so the rogue ships are way less effective, I guess. So let's dispatch this guy. Let's go for that big command ship, as I think it poses the biggest. Or actually, no. Let's get rid of the other damage dealing ships first. So there's been some changes to the way kiting works. The developer says that you have a lot of added resistance when you are stationary, but you still in my experience avoid a lot of fire kiting this way, or just maintaining a high speed orbit, if you will. A very nice addition is this counter that tells you how long the enemy and your ship will take to regain the shields to 100%. And I've been unfortunate to not finish off this guy in time. So this is gonna be a little bit of a bummer here. But I think I'm gonna be able to finish him off and move on to the next one, which is gonna be this little guy here. I think this is a enemy gunship. This is a new addition, new type of ship. It's basically a smaller assault ship. So quite well rounded, good tank, good defensive values. It's just cheaper, you know, to buy early in the game. Right, it seems that I've dispatched all of the enemy bigger ships, and I do have 2 of my allies still alive, so that is very good. And let me just establish a little bit of a route around this big ship. See how the missiles missed me because of my kiting? I think kiting is worth it in the long run. Only 7 seconds to go on his shield recharge. I think I'm gonna stop now and try shooting him, and there we go. Just regained shields, but I guess there was some penetration to the damage. An objective achieved! Good luck, us. It was a massacre. It was an ambush. You have been betrayed by your war leader, one of your closest friends, and are one of the few Akari to survive the massacre at Tartarus. This is one of my criticism of the game. While the intro is well voiced, the art is quite nice. I would rather there is a little bit more of a personal touch to the story. It feels a little bit disjointed. Now it's up to you to lead the Akari to victory. Fight your way across the galaxy and destroy the Erebus platform before the Orthani use it to annihilate your homeworld. So I might have slightly made fun of this trope here, but it's okay. Let's salvage what we can from the wreckage of a fleet, and well, choose who survived, I guess, is the way to understand this. Now I have 40,000 credits, I guess. Money, credits, okay. And I may go for my favorite 2 Lancer, 1 Assault start. And I think I'm gonna do just that. Oh, actually, I did not. I forgot that you are only able to pick one of those. So maybe I could go with a Pulsar, which is a healing and boosting ship with some offensive capabilities. I'm gonna play around with that. I'm gonna try this guy. There is some new attachments available, and that is very nice. Although they are quite basic, apart from several that I've seen, so they're not that interesting. But I am gonna buy some of these attachments. Put the damage pulse on our Pulsar, so he will both regenerate shields and add damage. I'm gonna use it on my assault, I guess. And on my assault, I think I want to swap my burst cannon with missiles. So I'm gonna do just that and put a tactical overcharger on it. Actually, yeah, let's spend the money. Let's put tactical overcharger on our assault, and I think this is gonna be all. Although the fortified shielding is gonna be quite nice on the Lancer, in case I'm gonna need that in battle when I'm caught off guard. So with these 3 ships in my fleet, I'm gonna proceed to jump. Now, I thought that the supply... Oh, it's a little bit of a bummer that the pop-up does not pop up in a way that I can see it. There is a fuel or supply mechanic in the game, but when you run out of it, you do not actually, well, lose the game, I guess, or are getting stalled. It's just it bumps the difficulty of the game, so it bumps the danger level, as it is called here. Alright, an audio-only Visicom feed crackles into life. A war fleet has been holding in interspace for days, but it seems the wait is worthwhile. Prepare to be boarded. Alright, so the Orthani are here. And they want to do bad stuff to us. Right. And here we are. I think this is the... Looks like this is a carrier nearby. I'm just gonna send my ships to it. Right, we have a tech, a gunship. So in preparation for that, I'm gonna boost my shields, boost my damage on the assault. Make him attack two ships there. Right. I'm gonna split my damage a little bit. And I think I should move my Pulsar away. This is quite a bit of damage I'm taking here. But we should be good in these. Now, I'm a little bit concerned that the... whoops. I think we have additional enemies on the top. So, let's move into the space here, where there's gonna be no enemies in just a short while. Very nice. Now let's take a Pulsar, and our Pulsar has two abilities, so boosting the damage and boosting the shields of our allied ships that it hits. Now let's then move our assault onto the position here and see if we can destroy that, or even find that pesky little carrier that's shooting me so much. But I don't think that's gonna be the case, so let's try and concentrate on destroying that, although they are shooting. Okay, right. Let's pull back into the explored space. As I do not want to trigger anything. I would like for our shields to regenerate just a little bit. Here we go. Boost the damage on the assault. Maybe try to take out this closer one here. Now see, my shield got taken off. And there appeared a timer that told me how long it will take for them to kick in. But I alleviated that by just using the Pulsar ability to replenish shields on my ships. Right, and with these two gone, I think we can move on to attacking this pulsar here. This is actually quite difficult. I had a little bit of a run earlier with this release build, and it was way easier, I guess. Right. Actually, that wasn't needed, as the shield's gonna regenerate, and now the shield, as you can see, it regenerates. It starts regenerating instead of kicking back into 100%. I guess this is a little bit of a change. Right, so get two, we get a carrier and we get a pulsar. And I guess we should then destroy that pulsar first. Although I'm not quite sure how intelligent the enemy is, and how much will it heal the carrier. So I don't actually know if that's completely necessary, but well, it doesn't hurt to try. Those missiles seem to be quite the thing we needed to deal with these. The nice thing about missiles is that they are AoE, so they act in an area, and they hit all the ships that are stacked on top of each other, because there is no collisions. So later in the game, there's gonna be a lot more enemies, stacked on top of each other. And that's gonna come into play quite heavily there. Right, so with a little bit of damage to our hull on the assault, we managed to destroy that carrier, and I think it's only the remaining fighters left to be destroyed. Yep, there we go, objective achieved. We've destroyed all the vessels, gained a little bit of XP, gained some resources, very nice. And I have siege missiles now, so that is very nice. Looks like these are just two of the same missiles here, so let's install them on the assault. I'm gonna have quick firing and slow firing missiles on it. I hope it's gonna be worth the swap. Right, so recon flights indicate this recon actually. The system is a priority target for saturation bombing, In the meantime, the Orthani supply depot it contains may prove useful to your mission. Wow, so that's quite harsh. I do like how the Akari seem to be very warlike, so this is this system is primed for getting bombed. That's a little bit dark, and I quite like it. Victory for the Orthani in systems like this has allowed them to set up any number of supply depots, supporting the lightning fast advance toward Eos. Eos is a homeworld. Enemy forces are too far away to help this supply depot should you attack, but they could also transcode your position to a passing enemy fleet before they are destroyed. They offer to compromise and trade. Unfortunately, we do not have the option to destroy them. Well, let's trade. Right, so here we have a mending pulse, level 1. And I think I want to install it on the Pulsar. That way we're gonna have available both healing of the shields. And I want to scrap this shield pulse as well, because and swap it to the sustained shield pulse. I think this is gonna change our Pulsar in a little bit of a more a little bit more of a medic role, I guess. So it's gonna be full support for our assault, and our Lancer is gonna hang back in the back and attack whenever it's charged. Right, so I've got just a couple of jumps left, and I'm not gonna take the longer route. And although it's gonna give me resources and XP, I want to keep the danger level quite low, so below 6 preferably. So I'm gonna try and see if the next quest in this and this system are not gonna raise the danger level more than a jump does. A jump increases the danger level by 1, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna make just a little bit of a detour to grab some easy XP. The orbital shipyard here is registered to the Orthani, but one of their own fleet is moving in to attack it. As you jump in from interspace, you receive a Priority 1 Visicom message. The more Orthani turn upon one another, the better, so we can ignore it or accept it. I want to accept it and fall into a trap, because, yeah, if this does not sound like a elaborate trap, I don't know what does. So the Orthani soldier on the other end of the link looks like a veteran of many battles. Commander, it's an honor. A week ago I tired of my people's continual attacks upon you and deserted. I am prepared to share Orthani military strategy with your command if you defend me from this repatriation fleet. Deserters of any race are not to be trusted. You deserve to die. If your knowledge saves Akari lives, it's worth the risk. We'll defend you, or I respect your decision, but we cannot risk our fleet for one life. Let's do it. Let's defend that guy. I would expect no less from a warrior of your reputation, Commander. Defend the orbital shipyard and rescue the Orthani soldier. Very nice. So shipyard A, I guess it's the lower one. So if we already have enemies moving in to intercept us, and we're gonna do the same to them. And that's very nice. I don't think we're getting attacked yet. So let's do this. And we almost got rid of that one in the upper corner, so I'm gonna lance him to kill him off. And it's gone. The lower one is almost gone as well, although I think I want to prioritize this one on the very bottom. And I see that I gonna have to pay more attention to the map there, because we'll have enemies approaching from the top. Right, and this is gonna recharge a little bit of those shields on my Lancer. And let's see, this is a carrier. This is a very damaged gunship, so let's lance that one as a priority. We're gonna go back to destroying them after this lower one is destroyed, so let's help him out with a lance, and let's move our Lancer from this little area here, as this is where the enemy drones are gonna, the enemy carrier drones are gonna deal more damage to us. Right, and I see another guy up there. It's a lancer. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna prioritize him. Destroy him first. Right, now this is a little bit concerning. I got hit. Everybody got hit, so I think I'll have to move well away from here. Destroy that lancer. Is gonna open up the possibility to kite them a little bit more. Now I'm waiting for the energy of the Pulsar to go back up and for us to be able to heal up, and that's it. So let's heal the whole of this assault here, as the shields are gonna kick in just a little while here. And I don't think they actually did much. I might have done something strange there. Right, so let's boost our assault. Let's get rid of this gunship here. Let's keep kiting, at least until the Lancer gets into a better position and his cooldown runs out. And this is getting a little bit hectic, and it's surprisingly difficult. I guess the difficulty scales quite a bit with the size of your ship or of your fleet. Let's move everybody out of this killing zone here. Now let's stop. Let's move our assault a little bit closer. Oops, I have misclicked and that is not very good. Now, for all this talk about moving and healing, I guess the Pulsar negates a lot of that. I hope it's not working on enemy fleet. So I think what I can do instead is move the Pulsar much closer and like surround the enemy in its AoE healing, and just make those little movements around the enemy with the assault. Let's hope that works. Now we need that lance on this ship here because we are getting pummeled and we are running out of everything, of hull, of shields. This is not very good. Right, let's move the assault way back. Maybe shift aggro a little bit. Let's not forget about the Lancer. And the Pulsar has quite serviceable shields and hulls, so... There we go. Well, I guess we have to... I have to remember about how long range the rockets are. And actually use the assault rather as a sniper or a far range vessel. And now I have forgotten to defend the shipyard, and there goes my my objective, and I'm a little bit bummed about that. I haven't realized the game's gonna be quite as hard Oops, I actually need this one. That always works quite well, the increased shield on my Lancer. Although this Pulsar is getting quite pummeled here. So let's prioritize this Lancer in the back. All this talk about the Pulsar synergy made me not realize that there was an additional force down there. So we failed to defend the orbital shipyard and rescue the soldier. Well, we got some XP. We got nothing in terms of scrap from it, so the death of an Orthani deserter is a hard thing to mourn. So let's move on. Perhaps it is for the best that he did not survive. I guess that was a free ship, but as you can see, the Pulsar makes it quite difficult to manage the enemies. An Elgani, I guess this is a different race, cargo scow has been parked in orbit around the planetoid here, and is now acting as a black market supply depot. Much of their military surplus is useless junk salvaged from the battlefield, but their slightly radiation damaged ration packs could prove useful. They might even be self-cooking. I don't think I can buy supplies, but let's see. Nope. I would have to sell my attachments to buy them, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead, let's jump into the other sector. Let's make a little bit of a detour. Let's get one sector more and then proceed to the exit. A space station close by has been taken by Akari forces. They extend you no welcome and offer no help, despite that being standard protocol on the front lines. This is a strange situation. The Akari holding the station cannot be trusted. Attack. Contact the station, or wait for the Akari to contact you, or leave. Our mission is bigger than a small group of deserters. Let's contact them. And the station commander wears no clan symbols and has covered all identifying life story tattoos. We are Akari no more. What do you want with us? You are Akari forever, and I will prove it by force. Attack. Welp, this is one way to to negotiate with deserters. Why have you turned your back on our people? Turn the station and yourselves over to us, now. Let's do this. The commander looks at you in revulsion. Officers like you are the reason we left. Well, what do you want? We have to have a strong military to defend ourselves from the horrible Orthani. Take your war somewhere else and get your homeland destroyed. Well, let's capture the station by force. There is no discussion. Desertion must be punished, or the entire Akari military could fall apart. So we are doing a little bit of a NKWD Russian thing here. I'm okay with that. I do like playing as horrible totalitarians. And what I did there is I issued a defend order, which means I'm only gonna issue orders to my attack assault frigate or ship, and the others will follow. Okay, so we have 2 gunships and a tech ship. So let's engage them. Let's not lose any momentum. But let's see if we are... Right, so we are in a good position to lance them already. So let's lance this guy. And let's bump the offensive ability of our assault ship. That is very nice. We almost have another lance ready. Let's finish this guy up. Or off. Would be a better way to put it. Let's keep shooting with the with our assault. I do like the fact that we prioritize the one on the right. That was the preferred outcome. Now kiting means that I'm avoiding these shield draining storms of the enemy tech vessels. And instead of wasting firepower on this one, I just lanced this bottom one. Get rid of their shields and proceed to win this encounter. But we have no respite. Respite? I don't think that's the correct word I wanted to use. We got no repose, I guess. We gotta keep fighting with these tech vessels. This one's gonna be a goner quite soon. As are gonna be these two ones. Actually, the Pulsar can shoot while moving, so that is very nice indeed. I think I'm gonna keep him following our assault as we did there. What I found in the player discussions on the Steam forums is that the consensus is that the Pulsar is mandatory to having a Dreadnought, which is a very slow, quite tanky ship, and it gets much more tanky with the Pulsar hanging around him and boosting him even more. So I guess there is no enemy contact preventing us from capturing the station, but that was a little bit too early to say that. It's actually... okay, we captured the station already, so let's see what's there. Right. With that robotic YOLO. I always make this joke to myself. One of the, I guess, voice lines or effect lines is something that sounds like YOLO. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Seems like we are being targeted. Our Lancer is being targeted. Let's keep moving. Let's move that Lancer out of the way once more. Let's do what I wanted to do with the Pulsar first. Let's stay in this ring, and that should replenish our shields while getting shot at. So that works, and that even works on the Pulsar itself. So I hope I'm gonna get an upgrade that will extend this shield regeneration ability area of effect. And with that, we have captured the rogue Akari station. Get some more XP. And even get some nice credits. Like deserters everywhere, the Akari holding the base did not have the courage or skill to hold you back. Well, that was one way to see it. I guess this is written from the Akari perspective. I think there's been many deserting armies throughout history that proved that, well, they were the backbone of the whole army, I guess. You have them transported to Aeos for punishment, well, or for swift death from the Erebus platform. You have them transported to Aeos. This is crazy. Maybe you can... I don't know what that means. I guess you took them on your ship and they are awaiting punishment when you get to Aeos. I'm not so sure about where we are on the galactic level. Right, so this is the exit. This is the border of the sector. A new sector awaits, and this is gonna be the place where I call it an episode. This is quite long running. And yeah, we are going back to the Akari. So our journey consists of, well, something you should be familiar with if you like FTL. And I already see that the nicest route is gonna be this is a front line. So the white ones are frontline systems and the red ones are Orthani controlled. I do not know much about what that entailed, but this route here looks like it's the safest one. So I think I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with the theme of the plot being, well, getting to Aeos as fast as possible, destroying the platform before it destroys the planet. So I'm gonna go on the lower, but not the lowermost possible route back home. But that's gonna be in the next episode, so until then, enjoy this very nicely presented map. The music is very good. I really do not have one bad word about it. It's very nice, Homeworld tribal kind of thing. Alright, see you next episode in the next frontline sector.